Hello group, here's an explanation of our project, and I will follow up with a demonstration. It's going to be slightly different. I'll note the differences while I'm giving the presentation. It's going to be different than the way we're going to present it in class, because we're not going to be using VNC Viewer, because that's what's allowing me to view the Raspberry Pi screen from my Windows laptop, but it's affected every time you spoof a MAC address. So we're not going to be using that. It's going to take it offline every time we spoof one, and we won't be able to demonstrate network connectivity after we've changed the MAC. So anyhow, what we did is we wrote a script that first will ask you if you want to run this command, which will populate the ARP table and get all the MAC addresses on your network. That would be necessary if you had, if the network had a whitelist or a list of MAC addresses that are allowed through, and then an implicit deny policy otherwise, which is where every other MAC not in the list is not allowed. So you need to spoof one of those if that were the case. But first, so that's what it does first. If you say yes, then it will run this, but it takes like 2 to 5 minutes, so we will run that beforehand. So we don't have to wait for that to finish while we're presenting. And we'll just show the results, the empty ARP table and then the populated ARP table. After we'll have 2 OpenShell terminals that show each. And so anyway, that's the first thing the script will do, is prompt you to either run the scan or not. So then we went over what happens if you said yes. If you say no, it's what we did was we went online and did found a website that had a valid MAC address generator, and so we just generated a random one that's valid, and we set that manually in the code, and it's going to try that random MAC address first. If it can get through with that random MAC address, then the script will stop, and you'll have internet access with that spoofed MAC. If that does not let you through, and there is that whitelist of devices that are allowed through, then the script will iterate through all of the MAC addresses from the ARP table, and it will spoof each one. That requires disabling the interface, the network interface, and then starting it back up and having it load all the DHCP settings. And so we had to put like a wait command in between each loop, and for it to reboot and then try pinging google.com, and so finally it'll stop once pinging 8.8.8.8 aka Google is successful. So a lot of this is in this write-up here, and I'll put that in Blackboard. And so now I'll end this video and start a new video with the demonstration and then combine them. And I'll send you all links to I'll put it on YouTube and send you all links to that.